I want to talk to you about family redemption and what the Lord is wanting to recover for families. There's so much stolen from families and individuals, but also from families because the hedge wasn't closed. And the Lord is very much determined to close the hedge in families, and He's really talking to the head of families. Now, you may be a single mom tonight and having children, but you don't have a husband because your husband has maybe passed away or because you're divorced. Doesn't matter. I want to say to you that if you are responsible for the family, male or female, the Lord is determined to close the hedge and to bless your family and to recover everything that has been stolen from you. Where the devil has tried to destroy and bring destruction, God is determined to come and restore, to recover, and then also to multiply His goodness in your life for you and your children. So tonight, I believe that there's going to be a restoration anointing. I believe that there's going to be a anointing upon families that will bring strongholds down, that will bring demonic attacks down, that will bring back prodigal sons and prodigal daughters. I believe that there's a recovery taking place in families where finances has been disrupted and there was lack and there is lack in finances, and where overdrafts has swollen up and has been thickening. God is going to miraculously in 2022 bring healing to finances, bring healing to relationships, and God is going to restore families and also bring romance back into marriages. Listen, the Lord is especially on the ones that is responsible and standing in authority in families. God is pressing on their hearts to go to the next level. God is pressing on their hearts to trust Him more. God is pressing on their hearts to take the strong decision that if you have decided to serve me, I need you to trust me to the end. I need you to walk on that water. I need you to know that I'm going to take you and your family, and I'll provide for you, I'll protect you, I'll heal you, and I'll restore the family. Whatever Satan has tried to break down, God says, I'm putting a stop to what the devil's plan was and is. And so the Lord is doing, and the Lord is intentionally doing something beautiful in families. Because why? Families are designed by the Lord. Families are designed to celebrate. The families are designed to live in joy. Families are designed to work together. Where there's unity, there's the presence of the Lord. So family redemption is taking place in 2022 and beyond. Joshua talks here in chapter 24 and 15. He talks to the people of Israel, which are all covenant people. Can actually say in today's terms, they are Christians, they are serving God. But Joshua makes a remarkable statement here when he talks to them. He says in verse 15, if it is disagreeable in your sight to serve the Lord. Wow. So some of them were still, even though they went through the Jordan and they had these awesome victories and they saw the awesome hand of God on their lives as a nation, and each tribe has received their lot that God has given them. Joshua tells them, listen, if it's disagreeable in your sight to serve the Lord, you just need to make up your mind, because to not make up your mind is worse than not having to really make up your mind. That's what Joshua is telling the people of Israel. So just like Jesus says, he says, if you were just hot or you were just cold, you just need to make up your mind. Just decide on which side of the fence you are going to be on. Not on sitting on top of the fence, not being neutral in this and trying to evaluate the whole thing the whole time and never taking a decision. And then when you do take this decision, being swayed in the decision you have taken. But Joshua says here, he says, choose for yourselves today whom you will serve. Whether the gods which your father served, which were beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you are living. He says, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Now, Joshua is the man in charge of his house. He's the man in authority. He's the man that's taking up his responsibility. He's the man that is allowing God to permeate his presence through his life. And he's the man that is taken on the principles of the Lord and meditating on the covenant of God. And he's made a firm decision that himself, his wife, his children, his house will serve the Lord. Now, if you go and study the word house in Hebrew, it's bayith. It doesn't only mean family. Just look at Joshua's firm decision. Now, Joshua was, when he said, me and my house, we will serve the Lord, he was stating bayith, which is in Hebrew the meaning of my family, my wife, my children, my grandchildren, everything I have in the natural as family, people. He says, my buildings will serve you. He says, my business will serve you. He says, my animals will serve you. He says, my household affairs will serve you. Listen to this. This is the meaning of that word. You can go and study it. You can go and look it up. It says, every receptacle I own will serve the Lord. So everything I have, everything I possess, everything that is under my authority, I will be sure that it serves the Lord. All my material things, all the people I'm responsible for, all my properties, every business I own will serve you. Now that's a huge commitment. And that's the commitment the Lord is seeking for in this time and in this hour. A family unit is blessed when the person in authority has taken his position or her position and determined in their heart and determined in their action. Doesn't matter what the world looks out there. Doesn't matter what strong wind is blowing against me. Me and my house. My house is everything I own, everything I have, everything I'm responsible for. I'm taking up responsibility for that, and I will serve the Lord. I'm not an owner of anything. I'm a steward of everything.